do not give that up. I think there's going to be a big opportunity in this rising wave of the lambs. People are going to be starving and hungry and needy for any. You don't need to be a theologian expert or any type of expert. If you just if you love God and are walking in faith, there's going to be such a hunger and a need out there. And if you've got any creative impetus and desire, and it's been put on your heart to do those sort of things, whether it's in writing or art, painting, music, talking, do it. Because something very special is going to happen coming up. And the Lord is going to fulfill a lot of those long-held and cherished dreams that the believers have had and have been frustrated by the beast system. So the beast system is, in one sense, it's tightening up and it's strengthening, but it's because it's falling apart. And there's going to be lots of holes in it. And the firmer they try to, the more violent and the more tense and obvious they try to pull this thing together in the last minute and clamp down, it's going to become brittle, and it's going to shatter, and there's going to be gaping holes in this whole system, and through those holes, the lambs are going to go sailing through, and there's going to be great opportunity and supernatural on the good side networks like this timing, this chance meeting or conversation, and suddenly this thing's done. You look back and it's like, whoa, what happened? What just happened there? That's a miracle. I mean, really, it is.
It was a miracle on the one hand, and his work was like never before seen. It answers the riddle of the pyramids and all that, and DNA and mankind and who we are and who we are not, and Adam and Eve, and it answers all these, which has helped me to become a lot more calm, But I can tell you, I've met another guy that I had him on the show, Gary Spicer, who now he's doing where he wasn't doing it. Now he's doing some, his preaching words. He's got words to say and analysis and Bible study and all that. He's doing that now. And then we have, I met a new sister singer that has a tremendous gift of songwriting, and I'm trying not to wreck her. I'm producing her. She sent a track with complete vocal production, like like you like to do, like 5, 6, 7 layers of vocals, right? And you have to kind of decrypt them. And anyway, she did kind of the similar talent to you. And what I know right now is, with the talent people I know right now, we could have the most killer band of all time. I mean, if I could bring to the women and men together that I know, into a and I'm going to trust God. I'm going to just say, God, if this is your will, if this is you're putting this on my heart, I'm going to say I'm going to believe it, because I've seen things that are impossible lately that happen. So if it's your will, I know a great band, and with the most killer singing and songwriting and lyrics and percussion and synthesizers and bass players. I know the bass player guy already. I mean, it'd be me on drums, but I have to, provided I have a pretty strong heart, so I can be an old guy with a long beard and play drums, with supernatural strength. Right. And then I know keyboard player. I've got the keyboard player. I got the guitar player. I got the bass player. I got the singers. I got the songwriters. I got everything. And I'm a producer. So shoot. But I don't know how it would happen, because we're completely disconnected. Like, your song, your next thing, you don't even have a computer right now. We have to do it old school on DVD, on CDs. So I don't know what's going
on. These holes that I'm talking about, this brittleness in the system, is going to create some very unusual and startling opportunities coming up. I know it. I see it. I believe it. But
the material, the 2 songs we've done, Brother Thomas, they are so ahead of our time. That's all I can say about them. They are ahead of our time, and they're the kind of thing that people are going to want to listen to in the future.
Yeah, well, the arts right now are so dark. The movies, the kids' movies, are disgusting. There's this god-awful chipmunk movie. The commercial has just a commercial on TV, a 30-second minute commercial's got like 10 genitalia references.
Yeah.
This is a kid's movie. I mean, it's so gross. It's so disgusting and pathetic, and people are craving to have some art and some inspiration that is not, just from the devil.
Fights back.
And something's going to happen. We're moving into an exciting phase. It's going to be scary, but it's going to be exhilarating, and the lambs are going to thread their way through it. And I think are going to
just think of this.
Be in some real interesting places.
Lady Gaga is like the main thing right now, and her whole show is coming out of a reptile egg as a new creation.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what's that? That is exactly what they've been planning for thousands of years. Yeah. Us reptile egg, new creation, and then she's promoting that and promoting, all the perversion and the rest of it.
Well, and they think they've got it locked down. They think they've got the whole thing in a bag, and they're fools. It's not going to work. They're going to have, their little sandbox to play in, but there's going to be a whole separate reality going on with God's people that's going to just walk right on by it. It's going to surf right over the top of it, and it's going to be totally unaffected. In fact, the worse they get, the stronger we get. The more obvious they are, the more obvious we will be, and that's why I think we're going to be brought to the fore. And as a counterweight, God has always done that, and He's going to do that. He's not going to leave the earth with no witness. There's going to be a witness, and it's going to be loud, it's going to be powerful, and it's going to be given new strength and new opportunities, new connections, new networking, everything. He's not going to leave that aside. He's there, and so of course He's going to do that, and He's doing it now. He's already doing it. You can see it, and you're experiencing it. I'm experiencing it. I'm not even talking about the things that have happened, but it's real similar to what you're doing. It's right on the same track, and so I know that's going on all over the place. I can see it, and so it's not a time for despair at all. It's a time, for me, it's a time of excitement and looking. If you have already faced your death and have made friends with death, and don't just shove it down in some little deep dark corner of your subconscious to be dealt with later. But if you've actually confronted it now, gotten it over with, faced your death, and thought about it, I sometimes I meditate on my death. It gives me the greatest peace and excitement that I get from anything, is to ponder that day, and know that it's coming. I mean, there's one thing in this life that is certain, and that's it. So why not, make friends with it? And once you've done that, then you can look to the future. That's it. It's a paradox, because the people that have not faced their own death do not live in the present. Ironically, they think they're living for now because they haven't faced their death, and so they're just trying to get their heaven right now, their pleasure right now, live for the day. But ironically, in doing that, they are not present. They do not enjoy a single day. They're not able to enjoy the simple things in life. They're constantly projecting out into the future of some future happiness. And ironically, when you've faced your death and really, you're done for. I mean, you're done for today. Ironically, what happens is you then are able to actually live in the moment. Then you're actually able to enjoy the little things. Every day is just a gift, a treasure. It's exciting. It's mind-blowing what God is doing with this whole thing. But that comes from facing your death, which people are just terrified of, and it's taboo.
There was a movie a few years ago where the guy survives a plane crash. Do you remember this? And after that, he's not afraid of anything. He goes and walks along the sides of buildings, and with a huge drop, there's just no fear. He's just free. And
that's where you lose fear, is facing your death. All the fear that people have and fear of the future right now, it's just not facing their own death. And once you face that and really get into it, think about that moment, that inevitable moment, and what that means. And when you do that enough times, you lose fearlessness you lose fear in all respects of your life, because really that's the underlying fear that motivates all the other fears. The fear of security, the fear of money, the fear of losing things, losing your house, losing your kids. Everything is tied to the fear of death and not facing it. Amen. Once you face that, suddenly you'll find that you have lost fear for every other aspect as well.
True.
And it's a big secret.
That's what Christ is. That's what Christ is. It's dying the death of Christ. When we encounter Jesus Christ, we have that death to the old man, that death to ourselves, and that frees us to be like crazy kamikaze children again, Anyway,
yeah, you already died, so there's nothing to fear anymore.
Brother Thomas, we're all out of time. And we're out of time. I'm sorry.
It was great. This is a message of hope and terror at the same time. And it's exciting.
Not hope and change. Hope and terror.
Hope and terror.
Okay, stay right there. Brother Thomas, we're done by WWCR. We love you. We're praying for you. And we'll see you next week. And we are you're always in our hearts, and those of you who need to wake up on this psychopathic ties or ties to people that hate you, don't do it. Get it done. We'll see you next week.